Daily Solutions Podcast.
All right, welcome everybody. So, our question today from one of our listeners is, how much is a sensory deprivation tank?
Okay, how much does a float tank cost, huh? So it's a big range, right? Like I think the full scope of the range, I would say, is probably $10,000 at the lowest to $80,000 at the highest for kind of a commercial tank. I mean, there's a tank, there's the Zen tent, which is like 1,900 something. So, but that's not really made for commercial use.
Right. So yeah, I guess just to clarify, I assume since this is a show for commercial float center owners, that this is more on the commercial side. So, yeah, on the commercial side, about 10,000 to 80,000, from the very lowest to the very highest.
Yep.
And so then the kind of more median range in there, like the sort of average range of tanks that people are investing in, what do you think those are?
Yeah, there's definitely there's only a handful around the 10,000 range, and there's I think an even smaller handful in that higher 70, 80,000 range. So really the bulk of them are somewhere between 20 and 40.
Yeah,
maybe slightly under 20 and 40 and slightly over 40, like 17 to 43 or something is going to be the large majority of commercial float tanks out there.
Yeah, I think 17 to 43 was actually weirdly the numbers that I had in my head. So
yeah,
I think that's pretty right.
Yeah.
And that's also for getting commercial setup for the filtration side of things too. Because there are some of these tanks that you can get that they have the lower priced models, and the higher priced ones are ones that are meant for home use and ones that are more for commercial settings. So that price range also includes that backside too, the filtration system and everything that you'd need to be able to put in.
Yeah, there's one or two manufacturers out there that will even just sell a tub and you can kind of build the rest of it. So we're not kind of exactly counting those into this.
And I'd even say that the shipping and installation is kind of worked into that too. Or if you work that in, maybe it goes just a tiny bit higher.
Yeah, and those are good things to consider. I mean, if you're buying a float tank, those are kind of the things that you might not be quite expecting right off the bat and can vary a lot from tank to tank. Like if you're buying a tank that's being manufactured down the street from you versus being manufactured, on a different continent, the shipping cost is probably going to be different across those two models. And some manufacturers require for you to pay for installers to come out. So two people will come out and be there and install the thing and teach you how to do it. And other ones, we'll send you the equipment and you can install it yourself.
Yep, and I should say that literally before doing this episode, we went and looked at our own tank comparison chart to get a sense for exactly where those numbers were. So I totally recommend you go to Float Tank Solutions and download the tank comparison chart and actually get a good look at exactly what these tanks are and kind of the full range there. And you can actually view all the individual units in addition to just having this broad view of price.
Yeah. And outside of that, it's really hard to break it down much further. Like you might think that cabins are more expensive than pod style tanks, and I feel like that can be true. Like you definitely see more cabins in the higher end than you do in the lower end, but there's some cabins out there that are in that 17,000, 18,000 range.
Yeah, very affordable.
And there's some tank or pod models out there that are in the 30 something range. So that's not necessarily a completely true statement either.
And I think that's all there is to say about that.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, well, if you guys have questions out there you want us to answer, go over to floattanksolutions.com/podcast, and we'll talk to you soon.